Hello, this is Victor bringing here a new video, and this time I want to talk about the Armigers, the small knights from the Imperial Knight Codex. These are new additions to the Imperial Knights on the last codex, and I was asked what I think is the best, if it's the Helverin or the Warglaive. So, the profiles is exactly the same, the only difference between them two is the weapons. And in points, the Helverin is costing 170, and the Warglaive 160, and then you have to add the Heavy Stuber for 4 points, or the Meltagun for 17 points. So this means that the cost is between 174 and 187, and 164 and 177. It's up. I will say both of them are doing different roles in your list. So if we start looking at the first on the profile. So we will see that the profile is the same, is 9 power points for each. They have movement 14, 10 and 7 depending on how much you are wounded. The weapon skill is 3, 4, 5 also depending on the wounding, and the same for the ballistic skill. So they are losing in both skills. What is important for discussion after that? They both have strength 6, they both have toughness 7, and 12 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, and 3+ save. And I don't think they have any invulnerable save. Yeah, they have the Iron Shield as well, with 5+ invulnerable save. Sorry. The Armiger Helverin is equipped with the Armiger Autocannon, 2 of them. So they will have in total they will have 4d3, strength 7, AP -1, damage 3. Attacks. So this means that in average they will do 6 shots, and with the ballistic skill of 3, they will, of these 6, they will hit with 4 of them. So it's quite good shooting. So the shooting is much better on the Helverin from my point of view than on the Warglaive. The Warglaive is equipped with the thermal spear, okay, that have is a d3. Strength 8, AP 4, -4, and strength D6. So if we compare the two shooting, and have much more shooting on the Helverin, it's the range is also 36, so you can keep in distance. 60 inches. So I will combine the Armiger Autocannon with the Heavy Stuber and dedicate them to shoot infantry, and he can also do damage on heavy infantry and also be a threat for Terminators. With this 3 damage means that each time Terminator is failing a save, that it's going to be on 3+, they will lose a Terminator most of the time. Even veteran Terminators with 3 wounds, it's quite scary. If we are thinking also about how it's called, these custodes, they will also have to be careful with the Armiger Helverin. On the other side, we have the Armiger Warglaive, the shooting. This thermal spear is more dedicated for vehicles. With these 3 shots, if you are lucky and you do the 3 shots, it's going to be quite scary for a vehicle. 2 of them can do quite strong damage on the vehicle. But the Warglaive also have the Reaper chain cleaver. Sorry. That means that he can do 2 types of attacks. He can do attacks of strength 12 because it's by 2, AP -3 and 3 damage. So this means that they can do 4 attacks that are quite important against vehicles, and also they can fight against Terminators or something like that, because this weapon is going to be quite scary against Terminators. But you also have the sweep option. The sweep option, you make 2 attacks, 2 rolls or 2 attacks for each attack you have. So in total you will do 8 attacks with this weapon, and it's going to be a strength user, so strength 6, with AP -2 and 1 damage. So this is ideal to deal with Space Marines or any type of infantry. They will do quite important damage. This -2 makes the saves to be quite bad, and in some cases completely neutralize the save. So I will say, if what you're looking is for a shooting type of vehicle that you don't want to engage in close combat, go with the Armiger. This will be more in your background, will be supporting fire. If you want something cheap and have some supporting fire to your other Imperial troops, or if you want some supporting fire, light supporting fire to your Imperial Knights, the Helverin is the way to go. If you want to play more aggressively, go have more anti-vehicle but also more aggressive in the close combat, then the Armiger Warglaive is the other option. I don't know if one is better than the other. I will say that they play different roles. Sorry. The Warglaive, I think it will work well with the Meltagun of the Heavy Stabber, because you want to go to the short range. Indeed, you want to be, if the thermal spear is range 30, you want to be at the range of 15 to maximize this d6 damage. Okay, so you want to close the gap very fast against the enemy, go below the 15 inches, and really do the maximum damage. If you combine this with the building that we have discussed, how it's called this, let me check the name just very fast. If we combine this with the Sacristan Forge Rain, okay, I think the Armiger is the way to combine, because then if you are too far, you go to the next to the building, you give maximum shooting, so the 3 shots you run, and you give this to your 2 Armigers, because it's not limited to 1 vehicle, so you can give the ability to as many vehicles as you can put at 1 inch from the building. So you put these 2, if you have 2 Armigers, you put them 1 inch from that, you give maximum shots, so the next turn you will shot 3 shots instead of the 3. In the next turn you move as fast as you can to the enemy. With movement 14 you can go quite close, and then you try to maximize and try to be below these 15 inches. So it's the only way I see them to combine. I think it's the best combination of that. You don't lose too much, because I think it's better to have 1 round of 3 shots than 1 very far with D3 and 1 closer with D3 as well. In average, 2 D3 and 3 automatic is more or less the same. And I think this is, I think I like the 2 options, and all depends on what is the fulfill. As I have the Armiger Warglaive from the Forge Bane set, I will use them very aggressively next to my assault troops, and when I'm playing with the Imperial Knights, I will put them quite close to the Galan, so they will make my assault spear. The 2 Armiger Warglaive and the Galan will go into the close combat, while the other Imperial Knights will keep more the distance and do use more the shooting abilities. So, but as I said, I will say also just summarizing, the Helverin is a great shooting platform. In close combat, it's not going to be that good. It's going to be a strength 6, 4 attacks of strength 6, but they will not have AP. Okay, I will say the Warglaive will have much less shooting. It's more specialized, the shooting. Even if you put the Heavy Stabber, it's going to be the Heavy Stabber. I think I will specialize completely and put more maybe the Meltaguns, but also can have the Heavy Stabber to split the fire between vehicles and infantry. But it's very specialized, so the Meltagun is really dedicated for big creatures, for vehicles, and try to do that damage. And then you go in the close combat to deal with the infantry. So that's all for this video. That's all what I want to discuss. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching. Please leave the opinion below. Let me know what do you think about this video. Leave the comments. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.